You've tried to build a new habit. You start strong, but weeks later, you're right back where you began. And the default diagnosis is always the same: a failure of willpower. But what if that diagnosis is flawed? What if the problem isn't the user, but the operating system?
See, this graph here reveals a critical system error in our expectations. We expect our progress to be linear, a straight line up, but reality runs on a compounding algorithm, where the biggest results are always delayed. That initial period, where it feels like nothing's happening, is called the valley of disappointment. It's where most of us give up, right before the progress bar was about to jump to 99%.
So how do we write a patch to get through that valley? Well, the first protocol we're going to install is called habit stacking.
And here's the formula. It's beautifully simple. After I do my current habit, I will do my new habit. The logic is to anchor a new behavior you want to an existing one that's already automated. Your current habit becomes the trigger for the new subroutine.
For example, after you pour your morning coffee, something you already do without thinking, you immediately run a new program. Meditate for 60 seconds. The coffee is the cue, meditation is the new routine. Just, try not to get them mixed up. You're not relying on a faulty memory anymore. You're leveraging a reliable pathway that already exists in your brain.
That's an efficient protocol, right? Now, our second technique shifts the focus from timing and triggers to the architecture of your environment.
The core principle here is that motivation is a notoriously unstable resource, kind of like Wi-Fi in a crowded cafe. Your environment, though, that's the constant, ambient code that's always running in the background, shaping your behavior whether you realize it or not.
So the application is to re-engineer your space to make good habits the path of least resistance. You make the cues for what you want to do completely obvious. If you want to practice guitar, don't keep it zipped up in a case in the closet. Put it on a stand right in the middle of the living room. Suddenly, your space looks more like a recording studio, though your cat may have opinions.
And this is a fundamental shift in mindset. You stop being just a passive user of your environment, and you become its lead architect, deliberately designing it to serve your primary objectives.
Okay, so we have two protocols, habit stacking and environment design. But what's the core philosophy that integrates them into one cohesive system? It's this. This is the central thesis. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Goals are great for setting a direction, but it's your systems that actually produce results. A goal without a system is basically just a wish that creates a lot of admin work.
And what is a system, really? It's just the collection of your daily habits. So habit stacking and environment design aren't just clever little life hacks. They are powerful methods for deploying a full system upgrade, one small habit at a time.
All right, let's move from theory to execution, because data is useless without implementation. Here is your immediate next action.
In the next 24 hours, I want you to execute a simple two-step process. First, choose just one new habit you want to install. Don't overcomplicate it. Second, apply one of the protocols we just talked about. Either stack it onto a current habit or redesign a small part of your environment to make the cue for it impossible to miss.
I turn this into a clean PDF plus action worksheet. Link in the description or pinned comment.
If this helped you, hit like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more.
What's the next step you'll take in the next 24 hours?